Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Well, the Type 8 is the darling ship of the moment. It certainly is. And with this early access build that I've got on the test server for content creators, I thought I'd answer some of the questions people have had about the Type 8 and mining. Let's jump in. Now, as we know, the Lakon Type-8 has been touted as a freighter, but a lot of people have been out there saying, well, what else can you actually do with it? Well, to be fair, it is quite versatile, despite the large amount of Class 1 slots you have on there for weapons. Yes, you've got a 2 just behind the cargo rack, but what's it like as a miner? Well, I was quite pleasantly surprised. Now, for those of you who follow my stream and watch the videos, you'll know I'm not a fan of mining. I find it boring. I'd much rather watch paint dry. I really would. However, you get a nice nimble ship, something like this, and it could be a joy. So here we are in Shinrata on the test server, and we will get a slightly discounted price here, but the Type 8 transporter is coming in at 33,743,357 credits. Now, not bad, eh? So to be honest with you, not really expensive. But why will it be good as a miner? Well, personally, I think its cargo capacity is absolutely absurd for the type of ship that it is. It can accommodate, I think it's like 406 tons in total, but as a miner, you've got to have certain other aspects in there as well. You've got to have a limpet controller, okay, to collect the mining stuff. Well, you haven't got to have, but it certainly is worthwhile and a great quality of life if you do. You've got to have prospector limpets, you've got to have collector limpets, you've got to have a refinery, you've got to have cargo space. So really, with all that in mind, and the fact that you can fit loads of typically mining lasers in the Class 1 slots, right? It is kind of set up for this, and it's a nimble old ship as well. It certainly is a nimble old ship, and you're not going to have any trouble zipping around the asteroids doing laser mining or even deep core mining. So then, commanders, let's take a look at my Type 8 mining build. Strap in, let me know if you've got any questions. Okay then, commanders, so what I've done, I've taken the standard build of the ship, because as you know, it's available in standard and then it's available in stellar, and I've gone through and I've kitted it out for mining. So in the Class 2 slot, of which there is only one, I've got the seismic charge launcher. I've put that in there as well because Class 2 typically has got decent ammo. You don't want to be going in there synthing ammo all the time. Or do you? I don't know. This is how I've done it anyway, okay? Let me know in the comments if you think I've got it wrong. I've also popped on an abrasion blaster as well, right? Because why not? You don't want to be there and think, ooh, look at that. That's fantastic. I'll have that. Oh, I haven't got an abrasion blaster. Damn. So I've popped one in there. Subsurface displacement. Now this is something I did think, do I really need that? You know, but they are a good earn. And you do get that little bit of a mini game that we're quite sort of au fait with now when we're rescuing people from Titans. So I popped one in there. But typically I was running the first test of this with a normal mining laser. Now I've got normal bog standard mining lasers in there. Now a lot of people are going to say to me, why aren't you using the Torval mining laser? Or the beam lance? Well, heat and the fact I didn't have any to hand, and a lot of people haven't unlocked these either. And for the purpose of this video, and given the fact that power play is changing, the unlock specifications for some of these may well change as well in the future. So I thought, let's stick with standard, right? What could possibly go wrong? So I've got 3 mining lasers, but you could swap that out and put a 4th in there, you know, depending on how you want to go. Heat, however, is going to be an issue here. So that's how we've got it. In the ones, 1, 2, 3, count them, mining lasers, subsurface displacement missile, and of course we've got an abrasion blaster. Now this subsurface displacement missile if you replace that module, and we go to mining tools, right? Displacement missile, lovely. Extraction missile. Don't get these confused. The extraction is for the Thargoid pods. Displacement is for mining your asteroids. Okay, so just that's a safety tip from me. Right, okay, back. Utility mount. What did I do? Pulse wave analyzer. Gotta have one of those so you can see if there's any nice cores around. That's if you're going core mining, okay? Point defense in case anyone shoots at me with missiles. A chaff launcher. Okie dokie. Throw that tinsel out the windows. Disrupts gimbaled lasers. And an ECM. That's if I want to be a bit of a knob and I'm in open or I'm in a private group and someone's stealing all my stuff. Hit the ECM. Disables the limpets. I'll laugh. They'll cry. Everyone will call me a knob. But that's the way it is. Alright? So it's worthwhile just having just in case. And to be fair, what else are you going to put in there? Right, okay. Core internals. Lightweight alloy. No point changing that. This is a minor. I went for a Guardian hybrid power plant, right? A 5A version of this. Simply because, well, yes, you could put a normal power plant in there. It's not going to change things too much. If you look at the 5A, see, there you go. You'll get slightly more jump range with that. So I went for the Guardian one, why not? I also matched it with a good Guardian power distributor. If you haven't unlocked the Guardian stuff though, standard human stuff will do fine, okay? No need to do any engineering there. Thrusters, I like engineering thrusters. Dirty drive tuning, got it up to grade 5, thrusters. This is going to help you move about a bit, right? So it's worthwhile having good thrusters here. Frameshift drive, there you go. Class 5, SEO, no dramas. Life support, 3D, I've got that tuned up for lightweight. So like I say, got the Guardian hybrid power distro in there as well. Sensors, again, I went for long range on this one, grade 5. But you could quite easily go light if you want to maximize your jump range. And I've left the fuel tank at 32 tons. The 5C as standard. This has got an SCO drive on it. It does sip it from the SCO drive, to be fair on this, and it does use the SCO drive like a boss. However, you don't want to be caught in a nice asteroid mining field, making bank and then run out of fuel, do you? In the optional internals, now this is up for debate. I've put in a universal multi-limpet controller 7A. This is going to allow me to throw 8 limpets for collection out there. Fantastic. Cargo racks, 1, 2, 3, class 6 cargo racks, and then I've got a class 5 there as well. Now, I aren't running any shields on this. This could be a little bit dangerous. You might want to pop in a little cheeky shield around by there. If you want to, perhaps a bi-weave, just in case you're in the habit of crashing into rocks, which I normally am. So, there's an option you've got there. Class 4A refinery. Got the big bin count of 10, and I've got a Prospector limpet controller. Now, why have I gone for a separate limpet controller here? Well, it's only a class 2 slot, to be perfectly honest with you, and as it was explained to me on the stream, I can use 8 of my limpets on the multi-limpet controller right here to get collection, and then I can use one as a Prospector limpet down here, no dramas. So I'm not basically compounding what I'm doing with my collection limpets up there, and I'm using a separate controller. Detailed surface scanner. Now this is one of the things on one of the pre-built ships in the early builds, the last release, when the Python Mark II came out, they didn't include one. And we all went, what are you doing? That was a mining build. I've popped one in there. You've got to have one of these, right? Not only to scan the surface of planets, but also to scan those rings and see where those cherry deposits are. Planetary approach suite, because why not? So there you go. That's what we've got so far, right? You could put a shield in, perhaps here, put a refinery in there. It's up to you. Do you know what I mean? You could put a shield in there, keep the refinery as a 4, you know. Typically is up for you. But that's currently my OP mining build. lasers, we got displacement, and we've got abrasion. It's all there. What else could you possibly need? And we've got honking big class 7 limpet controller for all those limpets. So one thing I'd like to mention, what do you think about the Type 8 being upside down? I actually think it looks better than it does in its normal orientation. I don't know, what you think? Let me know. So, how does it mine? Well, to be fair, I think it does it quite well. I managed not to scratch my eyes out for about an hour of mining on stream the other day. The placement of the Class 1 slots for the mining lasers works really well. The Class 2 turret works really good as well for cracking those eggs and getting those cores out. And the ship is very nimble. One problem I did have with this was heat. That can be compromised then, you know, with your internal components. You get too hot, so you've got to be a little bit careful with the trigger. But these are standard mining lasers, right? No engineering. The Class 7 multi-limpet controller is also very good as well. Here I am cracking a core, or attempting to crack a core. Like I say, I'm no good at mining. What am I doing here? I don't know. Anyway, it did work particularly well. Good placement of that turret, where I've got my seismic charge missiles on there as well. I don't do nearly enough mining, don't pretend to be an expert, but this build does work particularly well. Now, to be fair, in regards to mining with this ship, there's kind of not much else you could do. Like I said, you could put a shield on it. You could change the mining lasers to lances or the Torval mining laser. You could, right, put a Class 1 displacement charge in one of the slots, but you're going to be limited on ammo. This is my build. You let me know what you think in the comments. Have I got it right or have I got it wrong? You can tell me I've got quite a thick skin, but hey, be respectful, because I'm not the biggest miner on the planet. We all know this. Anyway, that's been my Type 8, Lakon Type-8 freighter mining build, the Miner 49er. Ooh, misses. Hey, what you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you soon in the next video.